It's time we go live. Okay, folks, we are now live as you're all coming in the room. We're now on YouTube. So appreciate you all who are watching it on YouTube. And those of you who are here at Zoom watching it. We did not send out a reminder. Many times we send out a reminder the day of the Zoom. We did not do that this morning. So, the people that are here now must have it in their calendars already. So congratulations on that. And thanks for being here. I am going to send, while we're getting started, I'm going to send one real quick from the text message because a lot of people depend on it. So I'm just going to take 2 seconds here to send one to everyone. And we'll be done. Friday Live. Now. Okay. Those of you who know, you just got a message. If you're not on the text messaging system, go to the D.A.C. Agent Resource Center and text to the number on file there. It says where to text. You text the word D.A.C. to be in all messages like the one we just sent. And you check text expand if you want to be part of the leadership messages where we send the leaders messages, different messages. But hey, welcome to the Friday Live as we go into Labor Day weekend. Some of you are already on your way. Some of you are already on your way out of town. Some of you already are out of town. Some of you are doing staycations. Some of you are working through the weekend. Whatever it is, everyone's different. Just wanted to recognize all the people who work hard. That's what Labor Day is all about. It's for recognizing the hard workers. So we appreciate all of you and your hard work. You know, it's interesting. You're all volunteers. You're entrepreneurs. You are part of the rock stars we talk about. Business owners are a different breed. You know, a lot of people will only do things if they're guaranteed income. And the guaranteed income means that you'll never be guaranteed the opportunity of unlimited income. A guaranteed income comes with a ceiling. What we do with our commission-based compensation plan, it's all performance-based, but there is no ceiling. There's no guaranteed income, but there's also no guaranteed loss. You know, most businesses, when you start it, you're guaranteed a loss until you make a profit. You're guaranteed break even until you make a profit. So we've taken away all the risk, but have the significant upside. But you guys are the rock stars who are wired differently. You are wired differently. There are some people who will only work for a salary or only work for hourly, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is middle America is built. You know, every business entrepreneur who grows a company grows it with employees. And, we're thankful for all the D.A.C. corporate team. And we're thankful for all the partners over at Longevity and all of our suppliers. We've got over 50 different business capital providers we do business with. And of course, Biddy Advanced has hundreds of employees. We're very thankful. Without employees, we can't have businesses that scale and grow. So we're thankful. And Labor Day is all about recognizing that. But my joy in this is recognizing all of you. As much as I'm grateful for all of them, and I am, you are all an army of entrepreneurs, and we're growing that army. And every day it gets bigger and stronger and smarter and more efficient and more effective. Our company continues to get better every single month. We're improving. And we'll continue to do so. There's always a way. It doesn't matter what it is. I can look at this tape dispenser and come up with a way to make it better, right? Everything can be improved. And this has been around forever, but everything has improvability. And it's a fun game to think about. Can you improve that? And I did it with my young daughters one time driving down the street. I said, point to anything and we'll talk about how to improve it. From streetlights to, transistors on the telephone poles to the signs on the side of the road. Everything can be improved. And D.A.C. is me. I can be improved. You can be improved, and D.A.C. can. But what you do bring to the table already is a willingness to be an entrepreneur, and that needs to be applauded. So on this Labor Day, this is where we applaud all of the entrepreneurs. And I would ask you to applaud all the business owners. I don't know of many business owner days where there's a day off for business owners. In fact, most business owners are still working Labor Day. Their employees want it off and deserve it off. But the businesses, unless they close, someone's got to be there working it. So take the time to applaud yourself for being an entrepreneur this weekend, but also take the time to maybe send a message to every business owner you know and just say, hey, I know you're not an employee, but as a business owner, you're providing an opportunity to many employees. So as much as we want to recognize the employees, I want to recognize you as their employer. And wow, how many people you think are going to do that this weekend? Hopefully hundreds on this Zoom. But I don't think anyone has ever said that to me, ever, out of the blue. So what a nice gesture that would be. So let's recognize the entrepreneurs and the employers of employees this weekend, as well as we're recognizing all the employees. So as that entrepreneur, keep in mind, you're on a performance-based compensation plan. And if you're brand new, welcome. We're glad to have you part of the D.A.C family. There's a lot of work ahead. There's a lot of businesses to help, and there's a lot of people in your team to help earn an income. Remember, we pay you a percentage of the income you help your team earn. So if you want to earn more, you want to find productive people and help them earn. Now, August is complete. It did not beat July. It was not a record month. It was in our top 3 months. It was the third best month in history. Typically, August is like, July and August are typically like nothing. They're like the bottom two. So to have them in the top 3 of our history, beating some of the best months we've ever had, is significant. You guys are doing an amazing job. We think we're going to rebound, and we think September is going to keep bouncing up again. Bank Breezy is continuing to have success. D.A.C is continuing to have success. Customer finance, payment processing, all those areas are growing. As an entrepreneur, we have, I look at my numbers constantly. Every week I'm looking at, we literally have a profit loss for the week. We do it every week. I don't want something to take a quarter to figure it out. I want to know weekly if we're trending in the wrong direction, right direction. And so, I look at that every single Thursday. We look at that. That's our weekend. So we looked at it Thursday. We pay all the reps. I then look at everything for the week and how do we do as a company. So I encourage you, look at yourself. Like Amped Up is a bonus, right? Amped Up doubles your personal commission and doubles your override commission. I will tell you that in the first 3 years of business, your personal commission and your personal enrolled override commission will probably be your most significant pay. If you add up your total pay for the year of 2021, I bet about 60% of it to 70% of it will come from those 2 categories. And only about 30 to 40 will come from your overrides on your team. Now, once your team gets larger and larger and larger, you probably have a higher percentage. But your personal commissions and your personally enrolled agents' overrides are the lion's share of your income. I see people with maybe 20 deals in their team earning less than someone who's got 1 person frontline who got a deal, because those 20 deals at 10% may not equal the 1 deal at 50% plus D.A.C, another 10 or 20% on top of that, especially if they're amped up. So I would encourage you, number one, focus on doing the required activity to be amped up. Get and stay amped up. It doubles your most important paychecks, your personal commissions and your personally enrolled agent commissions. Those are doubled by being amped up. So if you're not amped, go get amped, right? And once you're there, stay there. I know some of you are trying to get amped up and you're just not qualified. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong. You got a great paid plan. It'll still be an amazing compensation. It's still more than what we were paying before. But we want you to be in the top echelon of possible income rather than the breakage. Now, I will tell you, when someone's amped up and they have someone amped up, if they're a D.A.C. 4 and amped up, they're actually earning more. We're paying more out to that person in their upline than we earn. And we're okay with that because of the breakage, the amount of times people are brand new and they're not amped up, so they don't get the 6 points, they only get 3, or someone's not amped up and they're only getting 3 instead of 6. So everyone on the upline's cut. We are okay. In fact, we have the abilities to increase our income. If everyone's amped up and everyone's amped up and everyone's amped up and everyone's DAC4, we're actually earning more. So as much as right now we'd be paying out more than we get, you can maximize the pay plan by actually earning more than we receive by being amped and have people amped in your team and being at a certain rate. So, but if 100% of the people are there, we're doing so much revenue that we have triggers with our providers where we actually earn more. So we can't lose. We've designed it so even if we have best case scenario, 100% of the people are DAC4 or above and 100% are amped up, which is impossible. Even if they do, we're not operating at a loss. We're operating at a bigger profit than now. So don't be concerned when I say we're paying out more than what we get for that case, because as a blend, we forecasted with our comp plan what we'd be paying out as a blend with all the different ranks and all the different qualifications. Every single week, we've been within 0.25% of our forecast. Every week, we've never been more than 0.25% higher than forecast or 0.25% lower. That's a pretty damn good forecast, if you ask me. That's pretty good anticipation when you consider all the different ranks and all the different who's qualified, who's not, who's amped up, who's not, all those things. So we're pretty proud of our throwing the dart at what we felt from experience would be the payout is right on. So we're ready for that to increase. We're ready for all of you, more of you to be amped and stay amped. And we've got all the forecast out. So don't be concerned about our ability to maximize the pay plan or your ability to maximize. Go get it. Go get it. Get AD, get RD, get ND, get RVP. Go get them. So as an entrepreneur, there's a few things you can do right now. Look at how you're participating right now with social posts and social meeting and greeting and informing. Look at what you're doing on your meeting, greeting, and informing personally with your warm market. How you doing with following up in your warm market? How you doing with following up on people you met with socially? How you doing with canvassing as a customer? I mean, how often do you have drop cards when you go pick up that carryout? You should never pick up a carryout without having a dropout, a drop down, right? A drop card with a carryout. It's better than leaving a tip, right? If you're pulling out your credit card, you should also be pulling out your drop card. It's just the way it goes, right? Even if it's over the phone, it doesn't matter. If you're spending money, if you are being a customer, it's your responsibility to your business and to your service to business owners all throughout the world to inform them about our working capital. Again, if they already know, they don't know about D.A.C. with multiple providers, one-stop best offer. And if they don't know, boy, are you going to light their light for them. If they don't bing, the ideas that'll come out of their minds when they know they can get working capital. So again, write this down. Am I talking to enough people personally in my warm market? Am I following up with my warm market? Am I canvassing as a customer as much as I need to, or can I improve that? Am I socially posting as much as I need to, or can I improve that? Am I advertising? Am I leaving my drop cards on bulletin boards at the coffee shop? Am I leaving them in mailboxes? Am I leaving them on the gas station pump? Am I, I've gotten clients, I got a $140,000 client by leaving a drop card in a door handle on their van in a Myers Thrifty Acres grocery store. Just put it on the door handle of a van. It was a painting company or electric company or something. I don't remember. I never even talked to the client. He applied, got funding, 140 grand. I never even talked to him. And so am I leaving a lot more cards that don't do anything? Yeah, but I don't, if I'm at Home Depot and there's 4 construction companies, I'm walking through car to car and dropping a card before I go in. I mean, it's just common sense. Why would I walk right by them? So are you taking pictures of cars on the road when you're not driving, of course? Are you, when you pull into a parking lot and there's 3 construction, boom, 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 do you zap all 3 of them with a photograph real quick? And do you text them, hey, I just saw your truck at the parking garage in Detroit, or I just saw your truck at the parking lot in Milford, whatever. Do you do that? These are all things we've recommended. It's so easy to not do them. It's easy to do it. It's just so easier not to. So all these things will help get you amped up. All these things will help improve your odds of getting amped up. You know, last week I talked about a client we met out at the boat who was renting boats, and Marlo talked to him, gave him a card. She asked yesterday if he's applied yet. I said, no. Has he signed up yet? No, he looked, but he hasn't signed up or applied yet. And she's like, I need to follow up them. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what you got to do. And if you don't, then what was the good of having the conversation? Just hoping he'll do all the work. You follow up, you build a relationship, right? He's busy renting boats right now. What's going to happen come October in Michigan when boats are yanked out of the water? He's going to be looking for what to do. And so maybe the time is not right, but you keep following up. Come October, he's going to become a great entrepreneur agent. So follow up. Are you following up? We have some leads we're testing that are going very well. Very well. And in fact, Tuesday night, we're going to be talking about something, a lead program that we're working on would only be for DAC 4s and above. We won't be, leads are, you don't have thousands of leads. You get, if they're good leads, they're minimal. They're minimal. But we've got some good quality leads. Now we're spending a lot of money for them, but they're high results. And so we're working with the founder of the lead company, trying to create a way to get you guys all leads. Well, they're limited on how many they can get because they're good. They're good people. We've had so many people say, oh, we get unlimited leads, unlimited leads, unlimited leads. Yeah, and they're garbage. They're just pulling leads off of a lead sheet, pulling a list of all restaurant owners in your town. Well, that doesn't mean they're interested in capital. I mean, anyone can do that without spending a dime. But for someone who says, yeah, I'm looking for capital now and meet the qualifications, those are expensive and limited. But we've got a source. This is the first source we've believed in since we've been doing this in 6 years. And this is a person who loves our business model, and they're putting a plan together on how they can generate more leads for us if we want to make them available for purchase by our DAC 4s and above or DAC 2s and above. We got to limit it at some point. We don't know how many of you have interest in doing that. These are live transfer leads, where that means someone's on the phone right now. So you got to be available to take the call right now. And there's other leads that come in too, but they're not as good. You got to now chase the person and find them. Maybe they don't answer the call, or you call them 10 times, they don't call you back, but they're still good. So we're still exploring that. I just want you to know we've always said we're always looking for different ways to improve. So as much as I'm saying to you, try them all, do them all. Warm market, I cannot express enough the amount of people, the amount of new people who get fundings who know the person. It's like 90% of the new clients for new agents know the person. And if we are not emphasizing, leaders, if we're not emphasizing for every brand new person to notify every business owner they know. I just referred my neighbor to my brother-in-law today for a car. He sells GMC. My neighbor asked about my Yukon, and I said, my brother-in-law sells GMC. He goes, please, he lives an hour away from my neighbor. But my neighbor would rather deal with someone who knows me or, friend of a friend than not. Guess what? Where do you think business capital people want to deal? Friends of friends. They don't have a business capital person. I cannot emphasize that enough. And it's unfortunately under promoted. So a lot of people who've done this for a period of time have already gone through their warm markets. So they start resorting to other things like ads or telemarketing or other things, and they forget. The top performer we've ever had got 3 deals in their first week. That was the top performer, 100% warm market. Nobody's ever beaten that in their first week. 3 deals in their first week. No one's ever beaten it. And it was 100% warm market. I can't say it enough. So warm market, again, if you don't know, are business owners you already know and your friends who aren't business owners, letting them know what you do. It's like a grand opening. You got to have a ribbon cutting, if you will. Why do you have ribbon cuttings in your town? To get the word out. Why do you have grand openings? To get the word out. What's your grand opening? It's called you informing everyone of what you're doing. How do you do it? Real simple. It's real simple. You go to social, you go to text, you go to email, and all you do is inform. Hey, I'm just reaching out to inform you. I know it's been a bit since we chatted or whatever. However, your opening depends on, everyone's different. But hey, I'm just reaching out. I know you don't own a business, but I'm now in Business Capital. We've got a unique funding platform that no one else has, and we can help all business owners get access to capital. I know you don't own a business, but you may know someone who does. I just want you to know what I'm doing in case you ever come across a business owner who could use our services. We'd love to help them. You need any information, have someone get a hold of me. But here's my website. You can feel free to refer to anyone. This is on YouTube. If you don't know what to say, that I made up as I'm going. Every time it's a little different. There's not a 100% accurate way. This is the accurate way. Done. That's accurate. Done. What's not accurate? Proofreading, over proofreading, scripting, double spell checking, grammar control, copywriting, sitting in your inbox, not sent out yet. It's okay to text someone with grammar errors. It's okay to text someone with, now I know the grammar people go, no, it's not. You get my point. Obviously, try to not have grammar errors. But the most important thing is that you do it. So many people don't do. They're sitting on their hands and they don't feel it's for them. Let me just say this. If this company was only designed for the people that are really, really good at dealing with people and really, really good at selling and really, really, really experienced at what we do, I would be charging $25,000 to $30,000 in selling a franchise. And we'd have training. We wouldn't do any of the document getting. We wouldn't do any of the negotiating. We would offer an opportunity and sell it and get out of the way. That's not who this is designed for. This is designed for everybody, user-friendly. You just meet, greet, and inform and refer to the internal experts. That's the beauty of our business. Don't think you have to be super experienced. Don't think you have to be a super, you got this super background. Start to believe that if you just do the steps, you'll get the results. And it's just like this. There are people who born and raised just genetically, they burn fat faster, they're thinner, they jump higher. And there's other people who genetically just don't. They can't jump very high. They don't burn fat very well. They're more sedentary. Their body is just slower. It's just slower. But guess what? Both people, if they go for a 5-mile walk every day, are going to burn a bunch of calories and have a lot of health benefits. If they go for a 1-mile walk every day, they're going to have health benefits. Doesn't matter how the body is built. They're both going to benefit from that activity. If you don't have the skills in your mind as other people, it's like me. I'm 6'6" and I can barely dunk the ball. There's people 5'11" can jump over me, right? I don't have that ability to jump, right? But if we go run long distance, those people, I usually can finish a long distance run faster than them. I don't know why. It's just the way my body, it's not hard for me. Jumping high is hard for me. Running long distance, easy for me. So why is that? Who knows? Who cares? The bottom line is do the steps. It doesn't matter if there's people who are better at speaking with people, more comfortable speaking with people. Who cares if you're not comfortable? Who cares if there's others who are more comfortable? Do it uncomfortable. Just do it uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable and do it anyway. Do the things. Just inform people. It's okay to be uncomfortable. No one said you should never be uncomfortable. We're not asking you to stand on the edge of a plank out 20 stories up in the air. We're asking you to inform people about business capital that they may or may not want, or inform people about an income opportunity that they may or may not need. That's all. We're not asking you to be responsible for the outcome. You are not, I'm going to end with this. You are not responsible for the outcome of whether they get capital or not. It is not your job to get them a loan. It is not your job to get them in advance or to get them to want an advance or get them to want a loan. It's not your job. That is not your job. Your job is to inform and relate with people for when they do need working capital, you become their choice. They all need it. Every business owner will need working capital at some point, 100% of them. Maybe they'll already have it in their savings. Maybe they can get it from their bank, but most of them won't have it in their savings, and most can't get it from their bank. And where will they go? To the telemarketer calling them, to an ad search on themselves, or to you. That's it. How will they go to you? Because you've already built a relationship with them. You've already informed them and you followed up with them. And they'll go, I got this guy who sells GMC trucks. I'll send you his name. I got this girl who does business capital. I'll send you the name. I got this guy who does business funding. He approached me 4 months ago and he reaches out to me every 3 months. Every 3 weeks, just reaches out, says I'm doing. He actually said, congratulations on Labor Day as an employer of employees. Wow, who does that? Dude, this girl's awesome. This dude's awesome. Those are the things that you can do to separate yourself so that when they need capital, because it's not if, it's when they need capital, they come to you. They may need it now, but they probably don't. But they need to know you exist for when they do. So just don't worry about how good you are, how many clients said yes today. It doesn't matter. Worry about how many people know who you are. How many business owners know who you are, and how many people who aren't business owners know what you do? Because they'll refer you. Just like my brother-in-law had no clue that my neighbor, who he would have never met, it's a friend of a friend. It's called cold market to Brian, my brother-in-law, a warm market to me, and a friend refers friends. So when people know what you do, they will refer you. I'd write that on my mirror. When people know what I do, they will refer you. Look at that every day. Okay, next week, Labor Day, the office is closed on Labor Day. All the banks are closed on Labor Day. All the funding facilities are closed on Labor Day, except our automated sequence, except our D.A.C rep sign-up page, our D.A.C pre-qualification quote page. Those are all automated. Those work 24/7. Those will still go in, they'll still get the email, they'll still get the application sent to them through D.A.C, they'll still fill it out. But when they send it into our office, it will not be looked at till Tuesday. We're telling Brad, who's the first one to look at all those, don't do it on Monday. He does all the time. He was on vacation for a week. 3 weeks ago, no one even knew it because he's still doing all the packages while on vacation. We're like, dude, take some time away. We want that. People need breaks. He loves what he does. So, Monday, just know that the agent support team is shut down. Of course, Facebook will be live. Of course, the D.A.C. That means we're going into Monday. We will not be doing a leadership live. I'm going to be doing a leadership live recording and sending it out Monday. It'll go up on the Facebook page and it'll be emailed out Monday. Tuesday night, we have our business opportunity meeting and business training following that. And we're going to be touching on some of the lead stuff potentially then. But I just want you to know, we're just trying to find out who might be interested in buying leads, who they'd have to work them, be ready, sign in at certain times, say, I can take live transfers right now. And that may only be 5 people, it may be 50 people. We may be able to support all their leads, we may not, we don't know. So Tuesday, I'm going to mention it and talk about what next steps are if you want to be considered for that, so that we can just gauge the interest level. I don't want anyone to think this is a priority over the other methods. I don't want anyone to think that this is the end all. If there is one method that I would say go with, it is warm market. There's only one method that we could do, and there's only one, and you can't do any others. We'd be shutting down everything. You wouldn't be able to run ads. It'd be warm market only, because it is by far the most effective. So warm market with drop cards and canvas as a customer, which is warm market. Canvassing as a customer is warm market. It's a business owner locally. It's lukewarm. It's not hot, but you do know them and they're local. So, of course, phone canvassing and live canvassing works, but nothing works for the average agent more than warm market. So that'll be Tuesday, and then when we resume regular business. So back to school is going on for a lot of people. Businesses are booming, and businesses need us. And we got a lot of agents going into the fourth quarter. This is one of the best quarters for home-based business owners. People are back in school. Part-timers are back able. We're coming out of our July and August slowest time periods, even though they were two of the top 4 best months for our company's history. With that, let's see if you have any questions or comments. Morgan, why don't we start with you? Are there any comments in the chat bar or anywhere that need to be?
Not that I see, other than a quick question about a PPP update that I had answered in the chat, and then that's it.
Okay, so let me, PPP. We've got 4 different providers. Thanks for asking for that. We got 4 different providers. One of us did pay us on, it was one of our first providers. We only had 7 or 8 clients. We did get paid on those, and that was last week. And we do expect to get paid on another big swath, if you will, this coming week, next week. In fact, they already sent us a report. I'm challenging that report. I'm asking them to dig deeper on things. But we're actually starting to get data now, which is good. So I would anticipate that September, we're going to be fully paid and fully pay everybody in the month of September. Thank you for that question. PK has got her hand up. Go ahead, PK.
Hey, David, how are you doing?
Better than good, thank you.
I really appreciate this last answer that you just gave on PPP. I appreciate that you take the time to really go over things with the fine-tooth comb, that you're challenging things. That tells me that you want every single agent to get paid properly. And so that's really great to see in a boss like that. I really appreciate that. I just wanted to make a quick comment on some of the things that you said about like being amped up and stuff like that. And, you know, don't worry about if you're good at it, and don't worry, you know, if you don't have the experience. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Full transparency. I even wrote it on Facebook. Araceli, she asked a question and said, "Woo, PK, were you amped up, you know, when you got that?" And I said, "You know what? I was not amped up. I had a lot of declines. And so I missed it. And so I fell out of my amped up status. And so I've got to get back amped up." So that's full transparency. This is a person who's an experienced commercial banker. And you know what? It doesn't matter how much experience I have. Sometimes that happens and you don't even get down about it. You don't get a negative attitude. You don't get frustrated. You just go ahead and keep moving on and get yourself back amped up again. And I wanted to make that comment to people because, you know, I do a lot of ministry for women and they're always talking about how afraid they are to do something. You know, I can't do this and serve because I'm afraid. I can't, you know, say I'm sorry to my husband because I'm afraid. You know, I can't evangelize to somebody because I'm afraid. And you said be uncomfortable. I always tell women, you know what? Do it afraid. Just do it afraid. And so if you guys are nervous about walking up to Warm Market, maybe even talking to family members and friends about what you do, just do it anyway. Do it afraid. Because seriously, worst case scenario is that somebody's going to say that they're just not interested. And that's okay. And you just move on and you just keep on talking to people. And that's all I do. I talk to people all the time. I have a lot of people I talked to this morning and they all seem so excited about this information, but it's not under my control if they're going to apply or not. It is literally no need for me to worry about something that's not even under my control. So if it happens and they take advantage of it now, or they take advantage of it 6 months from now or a year from now, hey, I planted the seed. So I just wanted to offer that encouragement out there. And I also just wanted to say I appreciate you, David, for doing all that follow-up on PPP. Thank you.
Thank you, PK. Thank you so much. And with that doing it afraid, I will just say this. When we have children and they're afraid to get on the bus, or they're afraid to go downstairs, they're afraid to lay down with their lights off, we know there's no harm in it. And we just need to teach them to go. Well, nothing's changed between adults and kids. Anything we've never done feels uncomfortable, and we've all learned don't do what's uncomfortable. Entrepreneurs, people who are successful financially in life, doesn't mean they're successful in all areas of life, but financially successful, usually are just the ones who are, I won't call them impulsive, but more willing to proceed, even in spite of the fact that it doesn't feel right, feels a little uncomfortable, unsure, unaware. You proceed anyway and you go for it. What's the worst case? It's like jumping off of a bridge into a water 20 feet up. It's going to be exhilarating. It's going to be a little scary at first, but you're going to hit the water. You'll be fine. If you're really concerned, throw a life jacket on and jump in, and you'll be fine. It's just like this. Go with a friend if you have to. Worst case, if you're totally terrified, 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Jesus said it. These were people who believed in. You couldn't get them to believe anymore. He still said, go out 2 by 2, whether you believe in Jesus or not. His method was 2 by 2, and shake the sand from your sandals when you leave their house. Not when you walk in the door, when you leave, which meant shake the negativity out of your toes, because they'll start to blister and fester. Ignore them if they don't believe. Just go until you find a house who receives and believes what we believe. It's no different than what we're doing, guys, except we're not giving eternal life. We're just giving working capital. Ellen Wynn, how you doing, Ellen? You can unmute yourself.
Hey there, I'm unmuted. I'm great, David. How are you today?
Fabulous. Nice to see you. I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, good to see you too. The last few Zooms I've been on, I've been in and out of video and had stuff going on in the background, but glad to be here live today. In reference to what PK was saying on that, whatever our experience is, and you just got to move on through it, right? That goes back to what I always say about stick and stay. This is not an overnight success opportunity here. Some people have overnight success, like your reference to that new agent that got 3 fundings in their first week as our record. But most people, it takes a long time. It may take several years to build the business to where you have a significant income here. But stick and stay the course, and stay true to D.A.C, because D.A.C will be true to you. I know that for sure. I do have a question, David, and that is, you had mentioned at some point that our payment processing team was in redesign mode on our payment processing drop cards. Are those still being worked on, so we have something different than that orange edge card for those that want to order those as a backup as they're out meet, greeting, and informing people?
I will get a status update on that because they should be done by now, but they've not been sent over to update. So I will ping and shake some trees.
Okay. One more question on that that's tied to it, but with our customer financing, I just re-listened to Mark's orientation on our customer financing, which is absolutely awesome. But when he talks about the successful agents, he doesn't go into detail. And I know when we first launched customer finance, you had mentioned that they were going to do some training for us on, how to approach customers. I would love to have that as a video from Mark, say, doing some role playing on if he were out calling on customers, the examples of what he would say rather than just the informational piece. So kind of do a field training video for us on customer financing. I think that would be very beneficial, especially as that is a way for our agents to get engaged and never miss out on leadership overrides on their team if they have those customer financing clients. So fall out of amped up, but always stay engaged with customer financing clients. Okay.
Love it, love it, love it. I will follow up with him on both of those.
Awesome.
One of the things you talked about, it's a long-term profit business. If you ask anyone who's starting a restaurant what they're going to make their first year, it's probably going to be 0, probably lose money. Maybe they'll make a little bit. Their second year, what are they going to make? Hopefully they start making a profit their second year, significant profit. Third year, hopefully they're making a living. right? I mean, you don't make a living your first year in business. You usually survive it to grow it. And that's the norm. And nobody balks at that. You come to our industry, Ellen's got a business owner's mindset. She thinks long term. She's looking what her income in 2022 is going to be versus 2021 and 2025 and 2030. And that's the reality. If anyone, the difference is she doesn't have to go run a restaurant every day anymore. She used to own pizza restaurants and she's got a valet company. And so D.A.C is her vehicle to one day escape all those needs. And if she takes a month off, her team is still okay. And what's you're supporting other people who are entrepreneurs. You're not turning the lights on in an office every morning. I've got an office. I haven't been there in a week. I work from my home more. I like being at home. I'm going to use my office more because it's silly to have one and not use it. But people don't like having to go to a place every morning. They don't mind working every day. So this is a way, guys, that you can build. Focus on that. Don't worry if 2019 your 1099 wasn't very big. In 2020 it was only a little bigger. In 2021 it's only a little bit bigger, or it dipped a little. You're not losing money, and you're growing your business, provided you stay on top of it and you're not just here on calls. Provided you're actually doing the work when no one's around. You're going to have a business 5 years from now that's significant, and it'll pay you more than you need to earn. And you'll be able to pay $10,000-15,000 a month on your house payment instead of $2,000. You'll be able to pay it off in a year and a half instead of paying it off over 30 years. That happens for people in our industry all the time who stick and stay and play while they're here. Not just stick and stay, but stick and stay and play. And there's a difference. So I see a lot of people who've been in our industry 20 years and never made more than $500 a year. They just love the industry, but don't do anything in it. And it's, for them, they're getting their social. Okay. They're not here for the financial. That's okay. They get a different kind of currency called relationships, inspiration, whatever. But if you want a profitable business, then you got to play as well. And you got to be uncomfortable, do it uncomfortable anyway. And eventually, and build your team. Eventually you'll have the incomes that you hear about. Thank you, Ellen. Appreciate you big time. We got Amanda's iPhone and then Orlando Darden. Those are the two. Let's go to Amanda's iPhone first. How you doing, Amanda? If you can unmute yourself.
Mute. There we go. Now you can hear me, hopefully. Hello, David.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm on Ellen's team. Hey, Ellen, wave to Ellen. Yeah, so she's been helping me out too this week. I appreciate that. So I wanted to find out, I might have missed it in an email or a Facebook post or something, but about car magnets. If you were going to be able to get a template that says D.A.C that you approve of, that you can say here. Now, if you want to do a car magnet or two, this is what you use. And the only thing I have to change is everybody uses their name and then phone number and website. And that's it. I want to see if you have done that. I think I've asked it on Facebook before, and I had a couple of people say, yeah, let me know when you get that information, Amanda, because I want car magnets. So anyway, that's what my question is.
Okay, we've not designed one yet. I can talk to our printer to see if I've never done a car magnet, so I don't know how to design one. I mean, we could draw the graphic. We can make a graphic easy enough. We'll find out from our printer if they do car magnets. I know Vistaprint and some of those do it.
Right.
But absolutely, we could do a magnet or sticker. They could do it on the back window, or magnet or sticker on the back of your tailgate.
Yep.
So let me put down to get that designed. I guess once the design is done, people can change the size if they want it to be this big or this
big. Yes.
Okay. So Think Breezy design magnet or car magnet is what you're looking for?
Well, whatever you're willing to say. Yeah, Bank Breezy, DAC / Bank Breezy, whatever you as the boss, the founder, approves of. And then we can you send it out. Here's the template that y'all can use. Now just plug in your name and phone number and website, the end. And we won't get in trouble. We won't get in trouble with whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
Compliance, that's it, compliance or something,
Okay.
but
So we'll
okay,
get
awesome.
we'll have one designed by next Friday's call. How about that?
Okay,
And
awesome.
whether we'll have
Yay.
a printer or not, I don't know if we'll have a printer or not, Amanda, but we'll at least have a design in the Agent Resource Center that you could drop down and download
Sure.
and
And
upload to
then
Vistaprint or whatever.
awesome. Yeah. Then I can go do it to Vistaprint but then I'll know that I've had the sign off from you as the boss and that I'm good and you're good and we're all good. Ain't
Yeah,
we got
and
fun?
I'm not the boss. I'm not the boss. You guys are actually the boss.
Oh,
I'm
well,
just the facilitator.
you're just the founder. Yes, that's right.
I'm
So
the
anyway, so
facilitator of all of you
Right.
bosses is what it is.
yes.
But anyway,
Well,
thank you so much,
okay,
Amanda. Nice to
sure,
meet you.
Sure. Thank you. Appreciate your time. I like these meetings, and I'm on Ellen's meeting when I can be on Monday nights. And I got my first team member. Yay! Last Friday. Yay! And she and I went to
Congratulations.
Walterboro. She lives in Walterboro, and she watched me walk around with drop cards, doing my 45 or 30-second spiel, giving it to them, and we did 2 by 2. So that's what we
Hey.
did Tuesday. That's what we did Tuesday. So
It's
yay.
amazing how that works.
Yes, so-
If you get
yes,
their
so-
cards, you can follow up with them to build that relationship. That way, if they're not a 9 or 10 ready to get capital now, they're
Yes.
3 only. You build that relationship so as 6 months from now, Amanda, you're who they think of. Are you a teacher, by the way?
I taught school for 28 years and I retired. Yay. This is my 10th year of retirement. Yay. Thank God.
Congratulations.
And so, yay. So this is what I'm doing also. So yes, thank you. So you can see my t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I see the top one for teachers. Use the same mentality you brought to educating children or kids to educating adults because it works. Coaches and teachers do very well in our industry.
Well, my shirt says teachers make all other professions possible. That's what my shirt says that I'm wearing. So it's true.
Amen. Amen.
Yay, I'm flipping my hair. I'm doing my insert hair flip. I don't have any hair to flip, so whatever.
You're not only a teacher, you got a charismatic personality too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, thank you. Let me flip my hair again. Yeah, because I'm a big chicken when I have to make myself get on the phone and I have to make myself get out and go give the card, Amanda. Go talk to people. So that's what I have to make myself do. But
you
anyway,
do well as a chicken.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Walk
Nice
on.
to chat with you. Thanks for
You
talking
too.
to me. Thanks.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So let's go to Orlando Darden. How you doing, Orlando?
Let's see. David, can you hear me okay?
I can. You're coming in and out, but we'll go with your video for a little while.
Okay, well, let's like this. I hope my voice is going to be stable here. I'm not saying anything different, I don't believe, but I just wanted to echo in on what you said today. And that is that this is a great business in terms of how we're serving the business community. I've been a business owner for many years. And the thing that helps me, if this helps anyone else, is my belief in what we have to offer that's unique to business owners who really need this and can benefit from it is the thing that really helps me to not only build my confidence, but lower my fear. I feel like David Allen Capital is on a mission. I feel each of us are soldiers in that mission to help save business owners or help them to grow and expand. So perhaps they can move to the category that instead of being the 80%, if they desire, they can be the 20%. But we're very much part of that movement. So if it's, I've been in different businesses, and sometimes you say, well, I don't know if I really agree with selling this product, but I have my own agenda. But here, I don't feel that way at all. We're not asking people to pay for something. We're giving them something. We're giving them what they need, cash flow to really help their business to grow and expand and prosper. So I think we all of us have an opportunity to have a different posture of belief in what we're doing. We're giving something valuable to business owners that they could use, that they appreciate. Yes, if they say no, I'm only a month and a half into this, but I've had years of experience similar to PK in the business. And, there are times that we're going to have, good weeks and other weeks where we're going to have weeks where maybe, we weren't batting, as strongly as we'd like to. Certainly this has been that week for me, but you got to have a long-term vision. In the month and a half that I've been here, I believe in what David Allen Capital is doing. I'm proud to represent it. I'm proud to speak to business owners about this. I finished having 2 calls. In fact, I'm getting ready to jump on another call to speak about David Honda Capital again. I'm just really planting seeds because I know what I plant will eventually harvest, and the more seeds that I plant on a daily basis, the more it's going to harbor. The more I do this, even afraid, on some days, or whomever I speak to, afraid, the way we get over our fears is that we face them. And the more we face them, the better we're just going to overcome them. The more confident we're going to be, the better posture we're going to be. And it's just going to all translate into an amazing harvest. So that's my mindset. I wanted to share that kind of in contribution of what everyone else has said similarly, and just tell us all to hang in there. We're doing something great. We're with a great company, and we're really offering a tremendous service. And I just want to thank you again.
Wow. Fabulous. I might take that out as a video clip and put that out as a training and send it out to all the agents. That was fabulous. Thank you, Orlando. I love how
From
you
the heart.
said, I love how you
From the
said you
heart.
think about things, which makes your belief go up and your confidence goes up, but it also lowers your fear because those 2 things are going up. And then you share what
Absolutely.
those are. I love it. I've never heard anyone say, and I'll be using this, I'll give you credit for the first few times, and then I'll just say it as my own, which is instead of being part of the 80%, we can help you become part of the 20%.
Absolutely.
Instead of the ones who you can't get capital, you can become one of the ones who can through
Exactly.
D.A.C. I love it. I love it.
Exactly. That's
Love
what
it,
we're
love it,
doing.
love it.
That's my vision as I speak to business owners, and that's my whole posture. That gives me my confidence. Again, not only the fact that I've been doing this for a while in a different capacity, but just the fact that I really believe in what we do and stand behind it firmly, and that gives me my confidence that I'm not bringing them something that they may not need it today, but they will need it at one point, or they know someone else who could benefit from it. So we're bringing them. Let me be spiritual about it. We're bringing them a blessing. They either pray for it or they're about to pray for it one way or the other. So we're bringing them this working capital, a blessing, especially in the manner, the timeliness, and the less hassle that a bank would offer in order to get this working capital.
Love it. It's like a backdoor pass. It's a
There
backdoor
you go.
pass to the 20%. A backdoor
There you
pass
go.
to the approval page. Love it. Well, thank you, Orlando. It's so blessed to have
Thank
you
you
part of
very
the
much.
team, my friend.
And
Thank
likewise, have a great Labor Day weekend, everyone.
You as well. All right,
Thank
let's go to Matthew DeHame, who's got his hand up. Nice to have you, Matthew. You'll be our last speaker for the day. What do you got for us today, Matthew?
Wow, wow, wow. Or wowzer, as the case may be. That was exactly what I was the last 2, Orlando and Armanda. It was funny because here on the ground, which was something that I had not done to start or build this business for myself, being in another country and being here. What is the difference maker? What allows me to walk up to that logging truck at the gas station, the Speedway place, without any fear or trepidation, is that belief. All of the things that were just mentioned, it's that the mission, knowing you're helping them, knowing you're doing a service, having that personal dialogue with yourself. Am I doing this? Do I feel right about what I'm doing? Do I have any apprehensions? Address those first. And once you've gotten over those things, it doesn't matter. You might go, initially and have some reservations in the back of your mind, and maybe perhaps they're lingering, or, the naysayers got to you, or whatever, in your family when you're hitting your warm market initially. To hell with that. Just get out there, walk up to that logger truck. Hey, is this your business? I was doing this. Guys, this was so much fun. And not a one person got upset that I walked up to them. In fact, I would say 8 out of 10 said to me, thank you. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. I stopped. I'm pulling out of the place. Landscaper truck, stopped my car. Got out. Hey, is that your truck back there? Yeah, I'm a landscaper. Listen, I got out, shut my door, walked over to him. Maybe he thought I was a cop or something. I said, listen, man, we help landscapers. I hand him my card. This is what we're doing. Banks don't, usually help most people. We're doing this. No one else is. During this environment, you can imagine. And they're looking at me like, thank you. There's no resistance. So don't be afraid, because they're going to be thanking you. If you're afraid of rejection, they're not going to reject you. A, if you believe it. B, if you approach them with sincerity, and just do it. And you're going to see, you're going to be surprised. I can't imagine how many folks that are going to be qualifying over the course. I handed out over 800 cards in the last 3 weeks directly to people. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Boom.
It's like
And I want some of
planting
those leads.
seeds. It's like
I want some of
planting
those-
seeds, Matthew. Hey, I saw Wade Cordell raise his hand, so I'm
Well,
gonna
I mean,
spotlight Wade here. How you doing, buddy?
I just want to be on the same screen with you two fine looking gentlemen. I mean, just so people can see everything I've been saying is true. Me, the way I look, the way I dress versus them, but that's a whole nother story. What I wanted to say, hey, Matthew, it's great to see you, buddy. And you're not far.
Oh, sorry. Did he get muted again?
He got muted again. You muted Wade. He was going to say
There
something.
you go.
You know, you can't stop the haters. But anyway, Matthew, I know you're close to me. You were only about one state over, but don't drive over here this weekend unless you're wearing orange with tiger paws everywhere, because I'm going to be in front of that TV watching the Bulldogs go down, Ellen win. But anyway, what I was going to say was one of the things that we do here that a lot of folks don't know is on the Bank Breezy side, David, when I see that the text has gone out, I follow up and make sure those texts get done because sometimes they're overlooked. And I just did that with a $25,000 funding that just came through, and called her, and man, she said, I got to tell you something. I said, oh, maybe this was not a good thing. And then she was just telling me how excited she was about this and wanted to know if she could tell other people about this. And I said, yeah, here's my agent number. No, I didn't. I said, you know, I'll get that agent in touch with you, kind of thing. But there are a lot of tiny things that we do that no one knows that we do that expedites the process. And brother, I get so encouraged when I see people like Matthew and Nick and Ellen, Ellen's new recruit. I mean, I forgot what her name was. She's so impressive. And Orlando, I mean, listen, we've got an impressive bunch. We should be doing 100 times what we're doing right now. But I think the passion is growing inside of people, and it's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger. You don't miss Tuesday night. I got a feeling. I'm just going to say, I got a feeling Tuesday night is going to be something special, something different, and something very special. And you might not want to miss it. And let's just get everybody we can on. I know I'm going to put my efforts out there to do it. My wife is so ecstatic. I mean, she got. Listen, every time she goes out, she tries to recruit people, but I mean, she made over $600 this week, folks, in overrides for recruiting. That's all I can tell you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, thank you, Wade. Matthew, thank you for the kind words. And I agree, Tuesday night's going to be special. Have a special weekend, everybody. That's what's most important as we go into this week. Make sure we put it upon ourselves to invest in our health, invest into our leisure time, but also invest into our business, because our business produces our future leisure. Don't forget that your future leisure is based on those 800 seeds that you're planting now, like Matthew did. Hang on a minute. I got to turn off someone's video for a minute. See you, Wade. We've got a great weekend here, and we're truly invest in your business, but invest in your leisure as well. 2027's leisure, that vacation home, that trip, those trips, that retirement, those all happen for what you're doing now and next year, not in 2027. And it exponentially grows. And what exponentially grows looks real big 5 years from now compared to now. So don't focus on now, focus on what you're doing, what that is it the right activity to have that exponential growth? If so, you're scaling. Doesn't matter if it shows the scale yet, you're scaling outward.